What are some mistakes you see investors make when they're picking out an attorney to represent them?
So I hate to continue on this theme, but lawyers have become commoditized. And one of the things the question I get mostly is, how much do you charge? And that's a totally valid and important question. Certainly, we have to be cognizant of our bottom line, especially right now. I mean, these deals are super tight. Very, very few and far between of finding good assets that are good to buy. But the first thing is, basically doing it as a commodity. How much are you going to charge me for title? How much are you going to charge me for an attorney fee? Because just this morning, I represent the guy that owns all the Blueberry Hills in the Chicagoland area, buying a ton of properties. I pulled off the title because they were closing with Renovo. I happen to know Kevin Werner, who's the owner of Renovo, and all the guys over there. And I know that Renovo doesn't require a 24-month chain of title. I know that Renovo doesn't require a location note endorsement. I also know that the title companies pre-bill these things. Chain of title is $250. A location note endorsement is $195. Tom, I would bet you 90% of the attorneys don't even know to ask those questions, let alone know whether or not the lender knows how to pull those off. So again, we don't know what we don't know. And so I charge, his name's George Nicolopoulos. I charge him $600 for a closing. There's attorneys that will do closings for $400. But this morning I saved him $400 just in title expenses. So those are the sorts of things that I think people need to be asking their attorney. How many transactions did you close in 2020? How much staff do you have? Because I'm not a really smart guy. I have 6 paralegals. I have when Pierce and Associates folded, I hired their main paralegal. I hired closers from title companies. So I have staff that are working on these files every single day to get that transaction from point A to point B so that you're not waiting for the attorney to respond. These things are getting cycled through and we're turning our customer through the turnstile. Because if my client misses a closing date when you're selling a property, if you miss a closing date by 10 days, we in the industry say, well, what's the big deal? It was only 10 days. You know how I look at it? I look at it as 10 days of taxes, 10 days of insurance, 10 days of missed opportunity costs. How many times has my investor needed that money to buy another asset? So all of those things are extremely important. And if you have to wait because the attorney happens to be going to divorce court or the attorney happens to be doing someone's will and they just don't have time to react and be nimble, that costs you as an investor money. So I found my one thing. I found my Gary Keller Williams one thing. Every single day, all I do is real estate and focus on helping my clients grow and scale their business.